No, not in that way. How big
Looks
is...
fine to me.
Good catch, Harry.
Oh!
All right, we get it. He's Jesus. Here you go, Neville, you useless shit. Maybe you'll remember... Oh my god, has he been stung by a bee? A magical bee.
You got severe peanut allergy.
Well, the new Peanuts movie is out. Have you seen that yet?
No, yeah.
Oh, that god, he did the face again. That's so scary.
Oh.
Maggie Smith, I'm sorry.
Did your head shine a lift?
She is in transfiguration.
You got stuck halfway.
Well, no, what I mean is she could transfigure herself a better face. Bloody brilliant, miss. In your case. Oh, what? We don't get a shot to practice. Onto the pitch, Potter.
Don't even have an outfit.
I don't even have an owl. Hedwig. Ah! Oh, look, he's like a troll. I'm gonna go study. Come on, that's not like you. We're not friends yet. Oh, his lips.
And drill through his kneecap.
Get him. Oh my god, I've got a headache from fucking laughing.
Amazing.
Okay, this is how you play Quidditch. I wasn't going to explain it, I was letting Lee Jordan explain it. Yeah, I don't know how they actually play it in real life. I think they put the hoops like up, not that high,
Right,
but like, and the people just run about on broomsticks. It's so fun. The funniest bit is people running about.
Well, they use like bludgers, like medicine balls or something.
That's what I was gonna say. They just throw balls at each other. Basically, it's like dodgeball, but like, oh, but like, oh, me and my friend at work when I was at work earlier. We were talking about dodgeball, and then like we were talking about the meme Doge, and then we said at school my favourite game was Dodgeball. It's the same game, but like the balls have just got the Doge face on them. Potter's seen the snitch,
And he's pissed off.
and he's pissed it away by doing a backflip. Right, the game is basically similar to how we trained with Madam Hooch, except we're not crashing into our ladies more as trying to catch our balls. But you're basically the same. All you have to do is just fly through these hoops.
Does it speed you up or does it?
Yeah, it speeds you up, and it
That's
can
sort
get a
of
little bit.
standard thing.
It can get a little bit tricky to kind of control at points. That's one thing I still love about the original Harry Potter is how they filmed the Quidditch thing, because that's something they could easily have cut out, but they did it to kind of keep the spirit of the book. I kind of don't like. I kind of liked all the Quidditch stuff in the book. I liked the fact they had their own sport. It was kind of awesome, and I love the fact that J.K. Rowling had to come up with all those weird rules. Like this, the actual Quidditch rule book and Quidditch Through the Ages. Have you got those?
I haven't got them, but I've seen them. Yeah.
Right. If you go through the Quidditch history of Quidditch one, there's all the rules in it. It's like 300 and something rules. I'm like, holy shit. She had to come up with all of that.
It's pretty great.
And like J.K. Rowling, to me, she's not objectively the best writer. Like the way she writes stuff is quite simple, but her imagination and her ability to convey it in a clear, simple way is
It's a lot of world building stuff.
yeah. There we go.
But I reckon if you were like asked any question, she could probably come up with an answer.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Any of it.
People still ask her stuff on Twitter. Like today, she was asked. I showed you it earlier.
Yeah.
Is Snape the bad guy? And she was like, no, he's not good, but he's not bad. Oh, oh, Ron! How come Flitwick was taller than Ron then? Very good.
That was not good.
It's slightly Indian.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna do
Oh,
it.
oh God. Alan Rickman. Oh! I've seen you in the changing
His
rooms.
lip sync so weird.
What's Ron doing over there? Actually, you're allowed to take them out, arsehole.
Only for a couple of days.
who knows where that's going to go.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I don't think you're a sloth, sir. No, my favourite put down that Harry ever says to Snape in the book is in book 6. When he says to Harry, oh, what is it? They're having an exchange. It's like it's his first defence against the dark arts lesson or something. And he said, he's basically criticising Harry for being rude. And he goes, and Snape just goes, yes, sir, as in like to say Harry, say sir. And then Harry Potter just goes, there's no need to call me sir. Oh, sick burn. Do you want to keep going?
We might as well.
Okay, let's keep going.
Why not?
Come on, run, you fat shit. Hang on, what? I've got a question. Is Snape never going to do any lessons until the sloth brain's recovered? Does
he refuses.
Does he need that? Albus, sort him out. Sometimes you ask too much, Albus. Thanks.
Cool. That's nice. I sneeze too.
Hey, Hagrid. Do you want a tissue? That was pretty cool, actually, the way they exploded. Like, what is he doing? Fred and George bully me. It turns out Hagrid's in the tree above him. Venomous tentacular, beware.
I'm watching you, Harry.
You're doing good. Okay, might need
that was good.
He sounds like a I was going to say he sounds like a 12-year-old, like an absolute mong. He's 11.
Nice.
So what do you think is Daniel Radcliffe's best performance as Harry Potter? Because did you read that interview of him in the was it the NME? Not the new one. I mean, it was an interview a couple of weeks ago.
Don't think so.
Where he talked about his performances in each of the films, and he said Half-Blood Prince is the weakest. He said my acting was terrible in that, basically. And I'm like, I can kind of see it because people accuse him of being a bit monotonous, but
I don't go that far.
No, I don't agree with it either. But I can see where they're coming from, and
I think it's sort of just a growing up thing.
Yeah, and like he kind of
trying to find himself as an adult actor.
Yeah,
it just is quite a big transition to make.
But like, I like the fact that he kind of nailed what the character was about. Like in Order of the Phoenix, he saw Harry as having survivor's guilt. He feels guilty for surviving, whereas other people didn't. And I'm like, yeah, that is the character. I would say that's an accurate representation of what the character would feel. But there we go. But like, I like Daniel Radcliffe as a person, and I think he's done some great performances since then. Have you seen Horns?
I haven't seen a lot of it, no.
I really like that film. Basically, he plays a guy called Ig Perish, and his girlfriend's murdered, and he's accused of doing it because they basically break up and have a huge argument in a restaurant. And I'm just trying to remember it off the top of my head because I've only seen it once. And the film just opens like a few months after she's murdered, and he's being hounded by the people in his village. In his town rather, and he's trying to clear his own name, and he wakes up one morning with horns growing off of his head, and he's given these like demonic powers basically to try and find out who murdered his girlfriend.
Okay.
And as a performance by Daniel Radcliffe, it's like very adult. It's very weird. It's like it's kind of I wouldn't say it's a love story because it's very dark at points. Like these horns let him kind of read people's minds and exposes their soul. And he uses that power to kind of find out who murdered his girlfriend. But like as a performance from Daniel Radcliffe, I'd never say this is the person who was Harry Potter. I'd say this is just a person picking great indie weird things to do.
Yes, he's the one who's definitely sort of broken away from it the most.
Yeah, Emma Watson, kind of.
She's trying to. It's getting there.
She hasn't done anything really interesting. Like Rupert Grint has done nothing that I've seen. Like
not I can recall. I'm sure he's been like a small part in something or other.
I think he might have just had enough of it, to be honest.
I'm sure he's done something in TV. I can't remember what, but I have a feeling he's done something.
I'm not too sure. He was in no, that was like 2 years. No, he was still filming Harry Potter when he did that. I'm not too sure. Like, he just hasn't done that much. Like, I'm not criticising for it, but he was in a huge major franchise for like basically his whole life so far.
Yeah.
So like him getting out of it, you know, that's fine.
Might be a nice little break for a while. They'll try and sing again soon.
I just think out of the three, he is maybe the best actor. Like, he had quite a hard role to play for Ron. He had to be likable, but he also had to be goofy, but he also had to be not that good at magic, but also show he was a person worth being there.
Yeah, it's quite multi-dimensional.
And
I don't think people always sort of see that or realise.
Yeah, I like Emma Watson's a bit weird for me because she doesn't look like the character, and she at the beginning in the first like 2 or 3 films, I feel like she embodies what the character was about. But when you get to the later ones, no, not really. It's like she was losing interest, which again is fine because she was doing that role for years. But I don't know, it doesn't really help because like she gets kind of bland towards the end.
Yeah,
Especially
her role definitely does sort of diminish.
Especially in Order of the Phoenix. You know, start to notice then she's a little bit boring.
I know what you mean. I guess we're at the end of another part.
Yep. And the invisible audience is still cheering for Gryffindor. I probably should go get those beans when we go back to the castle. Anyway, that was it for another part of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. We'll see you next time, and when we do some more magic shenanigans, and Ron's disappeared into there. So, we'll see you later.